Welcome to Takshisala Gurukul channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe immediately, press the bell button and write your comments and feedback. Share with your friends as much as possible. We provide online Kundalini Raja Yoga initiation and Kundali activation in 6 months.
46. The determination of the universal form and the vision. The true form of the universal form that the gods and goddesses showed to the daughter of Suranadhir, so that the gods and goddesses would rejoice. Gangadhir showed his eternal form to his son Shanmukha, so that the gods and goddesses like Surendra would agree with him. This same vision can be seen in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11. The determination of the universal form and the vision shown by the Lord to Arjuna and by Shiva to Shanmukha are both similar. Therefore, there is no room for any difference between Vaishnava and Shaiva religions. While Shanmukha was immersed in joy and enjoying the drops of the words falling from the lotuses of the face of Shiva, he gazed at his eyes with his senses filled with joy, and asked the question again in fear, "O Guru, you have given a way to liberate the life that is bound by the bondage of ignorance." Knowing that, I became blessed. I woke up so that I would not return to the world. I have another doubt. God, who is endowed with the pure knowledge that is devoid of knowledge, the one who turns the life around, like a nightingale, turns freely and in time for the performance of creation, existence, and dissolution. O Omnipotent, what is the path of liberation for God? Tell me so that I may not doubt. Shankara says, the saying of liberation to God is only a matter of speech. Is it a matter of being bound to the Supreme Being? Illa, he incarnates from time to time, spends time in happiness, for the suppression of the wicked and for the care of his disciples. This is the slave of pure knowledge, the work of knowledge, spending time in happiness. The pastime is for himself. He alone will incarnate in the name of Hari, Rudra. Like a puppet of the sutras, he, Kuni Shyaduva, he makes the worldly beings play. He is the inner soul of all beings, the one who is free from corruption and the one who is free from sin. Where is the bond to the one who is eternally alert? The eternally liberated is Isha. 5. Ishvara Leela. Ishvara is the ocean of bliss, the omniscient, the witness of all affairs, unattached like a lotus in water. O son, be certain that creation, existence, and dissolution are the Leela of Ishvara. He has no desire for creation, no desire for existence, and he knows that the world, which is the witness of all the ignorant affairs of the living beings, is his own body. He will dance on his own, leaving behind his life. He is called the ruler of the world, the ruler of the world. He will shine as the cause of the living beings of the world and the devotee of the principles of the world. Ishvara, who is eternal, is not bound by anyone. But the living beings have no freedom for any time. The 5 principles of Shiva have become the 3 principles of life. The actions of Shiva became the masters of life. So where is the independent existence of life? I am mine, is the illusion of life. When the illusion is destroyed by self-reflection, life itself becomes a man with 1,000 heads and 1,000 arms. 11. Jagadish himself incarnated as the world during his pastimes. All the forms seen here, the various faces, nostrils, ears, intestines, bhajans, devotional knowledge, the satisficer pitris, all the business is no longer separate from Jagadish. And when these are destroyed in the Turiya, if one side of the two-faced mirror called Anthakaran, Upadhi, is pure, God shines in it. He is called the Lord of the Vibhudhara, Trimurti. If the other side of the same mirror is dirty, the business of the world of life shines there. But when the mirror of the self-consciousness is destroyed, there are no enlightened beings, no gods, no 3 worlds is the state of being that is beyond time, there, truth is revealed. That is, the experience of the self becomes impervious. God alone can become the attributeless Brahman, and he can also be the attributeless Brahman. O son, understand. He can become the Lord of the world through knowledge and can remain in his reality as the incorporeal, formless, and unborn. There is one Supreme Being who is called by many names, such as Shaiva, Jinneshwara, Ganapati, Parvati, Surya, and Vishnu. He is served by all beings. He satisfies the desires of all religions. There is no other but God. 15. Saguna and Nirgunopasanas are for one God. Yadbhavichid bhavishvati, whatever one thinks, God will appear to him according to his feelings. He will shower his boundless mercy on those who worship him with devotion. God is the protector of the orphans. He grants the power of salvation to the seekers and good deeds and keeps the liberated with him. The worshipper who worships the idol will take the form of that idol. When the idol is hidden in the mind of the worshipper, God will hide, and when the emotions arise, God will come. The devotee whose mind is steadfastly fixed on the Supreme Soul, that devotee will be blissful. Since the idol he worships is the form of the Guru, the disciple will receive the Guru's grace. He who worships without any defects, he is the perfect Brahman who has become an idol. He who worships an idol is a fragment. He is the one who worships without any defects. He is the one who worships without any defects. He attains partial liberation from any condition and complete liberation from the conditionless. 19. There is no difference between pure Brahman and God. It is only a word that God has the condition of knowledge. God plays freely with the condition of illusion. However, Maya is the witness. God is the eternally pure Buddha, eternally unbroken, the only one, who is both perfect and without any defects. O ascetic, in this way God, who is eternally liberated and formless, wears an idol according to the desire of the devotee. O cave, I will speak about my universal image, Viritusvarupa, with mindfulness. I am all that is visible and invisible. There is no place for hypocrisy in me. I am the unbroken light that shines. Just as the rays of a lamp are not visible to the flame, similarly you, including yourself, see the world is not visible to my true form. Thus said Parasiva. 21. Shanmukha's question, O Ailer Digambara, a doubt is arising in my mind. Who is Viratpurusha? Is it the four-faced Brahma? Is it Vishnu? Is it you or your Prashakti? Please let me know. Shiva said, Listen, Kanda, many sects have arisen due to the ignorance that was conceived in him. The sectarians praise many idols according to their own feelings. But there is only one Supreme Soul. Although the followers of different religions worship me in different ways according to their own inclinations, I am the only one, the one and only Virat Purusha. The Shaivats worship the one Supreme Lord by different names, such as Shiva, the Vaishnavas call him Vishnu, and the Shaktas call him Shakti. But there is no other God other than God himself. He is the unbroken, the eternal, the real, the eternal Purusha. O noble one, know that he is I. That universal form is not mine. I am the universal. O cave, from the hairs of my Virat body, all the people of the world, all the gods are born. My body is the determination of the universal form and the vision, the total body containing all bodies. All animals reside within my Virat body. 26. 14 worlds in Shiva. Son, know that Patala is my toe, Rasathal is my foot, Mahatla is my thigh, Talitathal is my ankle, Suthal is my shin, Vitala is my thighs, Atala is my loins, waist, Bhuloka is my loins. In my navel is the world of Bhuvaloka, in my heart the world of Suvarloka, in my throat the world of Maharaloka, in my eyes the world of Janoloka, in my forehead the world of Tapaloka and in my head the world of the virtuous Satyaloka. In this way 14 worlds are in my body of the Virata. O Lord, Indra and the gods were born in my eyebrows. The moon was born in my mind, the 10 directions in my ears, the god of air in the nostrils, the goddess of the moon in my navel, the gods in my head. The Kshatriyas were born in my arms, the Vaishyas in my chest, the Shudras in my feet, the goddess of the earth in my feet, the goddess of the moon in my sleep. Maya, the root cause of the world, was born from my laughter. Cities and subjects were born from my memory alone. When I opened my eyes, it became day, and when I closed my eyes, it became night. My speech became all the sounds. From my breath, the Vedanga called punishment was born. From my sutra, the moving dolls of this world dance. When I raise my eyebrows, the world is born, it grows in my eyebrows. It dances when my eyebrows dance. When my eyebrows remain unmoved, the world dissolves in me. If I frown, the disasters will be loud. Everything will be seen in my one body. 33. One Shiva has many names: Vishwatamukh, Vishwatobhuja, Vishwatapada, Vishwatkarma, Vishwatnama, Vishwatharaka, Sarva Vishwa Sakshi. The Vedas call me in many ways. Know that all the names and forms that appear in this world, all the antics, arms and thighs, etc., are all my forms. There is no one else but me, the Lord of the entire world. I have infinite names, endless chest, womb, mouth, nose, legs, heads, and because I am endless, I have been called Ananta. This is the Shruti religion. What can be said about the glory of my universal form? My Virat idol wears 14 worlds in its body and shines as one. The Vedic literature and Puranas became silent without my soul singing. Bowing his head in humility, Shanmukha asked a question, O Lord of the Leaves, show me your form of freedom, am I not a worthy disciple of yours? Please do me a favor. 38 Parasiva said, O Lord of the Leaves, you cannot see my unbroken and radiant form, which is equal to the brightness of a billion suns, with your eyes, therefore I will give you auspicious divine vision. See my form of freedom from it. Saying this, he immediately rose to his full height and stood. In Shiva's divine body, all the worlds, gods and human forms, were shining in the brilliance of a billion suns. The radiant form, which had its feet in the netherworld and its head raised to the world of truth, stood before Shanmukha. 41 Description of the universal form, the vast body of Lord Shiva, like an ocean shining with waves of infinite colors and shining with golden rays, covered the entire universe with the radiance of 100 conch shells. It was full of brilliance, and seeing it, Shanmukha was terrified, saying, What a wonder! His limbs trembled with fear. He bowed with his 12 hands and raised his face to see the divine form of the universal soul. Shanmukha was amazed to see with his 12 eyes the 1,000 arms, hands, forearms, infinite heads, infinite stomachs, breasts, etc., in Shiva's body, as Shiva himself had said earlier. Moreover, all the mountains, rivers, trees, rocks, beautiful cities, palaces, the army with 4 arms, lakes, valleys, lotuses, sweet fruits, the multitude of people, the 7 autumns, all the countries, in many ways and in order, appeared to the divine eye of Shanmukha in that divine body of Shiva. On one side of that body, a group of elephants, mahutas, chariots and horses, charioteers, on the other side, infantry and generals, adorned with ornaments. Banners were flying. Various instruments such as the bheri, mridangam, dhavana were playing on the other side. Trident, mace, sword, dagger, axe, lance, mace, slingshot, wheels, bow and arrows, all the weapons adorned Shiva's body like curtains in the autumn. Deities like the sun, moon, fire, Varuna, Devendra, Yama, Niruti, Kubera, Adishesha, stars, Ashwani, Gandharvas, Siddhas, Sadhakas, and sages like Narada, Agastya, Kashyapa appeared on Tripurari's body. Places of enjoyment and salvation like Vaikuntha, Kailash, and others were adorned there. Oh my, what can I say? Innumerable Shruti Puranas were singing the praises of Lord Shiva. The gods were singing the praises of God. The sages were shouting, Ugh! Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra were standing with joined hands in front of that Virat idol. The women of the heavenly world were waving their palms at that Parashiva idol. The entire universe was filled with the hairy hairs of that body, and the Suramunindras were performing penance by bowing, performing rituals, and meditating. The sages were enamored with the beautiful abode of Parashiva, both inside and out. When they looked up into the cave, they saw countless arms, heads, and legs. There, Kartikeya was amazed to see the Satyaloka, Tapaloka, Janaloka, Mahaloka, and the Patala, Sutala, and Talavital worlds. The 5-faced voice said, O Lord, who illuminates the universe and the Pindandas like a burning candle, I cannot see your radiant form. Like a troop of warriors in battle, I am terrified, unaware that the rays of your radiance are pouring down on me, lifting me up and carrying me. O Shiva, O Sadashiva, Sanatana, O Gauridharana, O one who knows how to save the downtrodden, I surrender to you. O Vrishabhesana, O Mrityunja, O Father of Gajanana, O Jagapati, Bhuvanesa, Shankara, Shambhulinga, the rays of your extraordinary light seem to burn me. I cannot live long looking at this vast form of yours. Save me, O Shiva, who can live by seeing your magnificent form? There is no end to your universal form. My body and mind are trembling with fear. There is no middle ground to your stance. Everywhere, nothing but your feet and your sacred crowns can be seen. I saw the bodies of all the animals in your body. Your universal form gives shelter to the world in multitudes. In your body, the gods and sages, the cities, the mountains, the oceans, the countries and the worlds, all standing with folded hands, seeing all these, my eyes are turned away. I must seek your grace, O Eknath, I cannot see your terrible scene. I have become mute in your great light that illuminates the world. My courage is broken, save me, O worldly one. When I see the universal form, it is natural for the universal form, i.e. you alone. Who in the world can live by seeing your universal form? No one can. It is truly amazing to stand before you and live. What I am saying is not wrong, it is true. O Bhasmagatra, please be merciful. Can a 3-month-old baby climb Mount Meru? Similarly, I, the child of your mercy, cannot see your fierce, infinite form. Why should I look at Shashidhara, who is carrying the fierce sword? The fox, who is carrying the Arbhata of Narsimha, who is carrying the manhood of a fox? O God, I surrender to you and be pleased. Show me your beautiful image from your previous life, O merciful one, with your sparkling teeth, beautiful cheeks, graceful nose, short locks on your forehead, radiant neck, and well-developed eyebrows of mass, O five-faced Supreme One, who is pleased with the dawn of these. Show me your natural image from before and protect me. Show me your original image, with your sweet swirling navel, fiery eyes on your forehead, the moon on your crown, radiant chest, beautiful head, and serpent earrings in your ears. With your sweet talking lotus face, your smiling mouth, your kind gaze, these things immerse me in the bliss of Advayana. Show me a Siddhamurti who corrects and enlightens me with the truth. By your grace I will live, Kartikeya prayed. 64. Shiva spoke, Child, are you very tired of seeing my universal form? Look at my universal form again, you will not be able to see it again. Because you are a very good soul, my eternal form has been seen by you. The fruit of your infinite births, with the passage of time, my universal form has been seen by you today. With much charity, religion, penance, sacrifices, and practices, you cannot see me. Even men who are 8 great men cannot see me. You alone have seen me, you are the Blessed One. Is the sight of my universal form enough? Do you want to see the image of my former benefactor? Has your mature image become aware that there is a Shiva? Have you come to know that the whole world is Shiva? Enough patience, become calm, saying, Lord Shiva assumed his natural form as before. 68. The result of seeing the Virat, Guha's mind became aware of the truth. The bewilderment, illusion, that had been created by his image disappeared. The discrimination of the senses, broken, and hid. The feeling of waking dreams relaxed. Guha saw Parashiva in front of him and fell at his feet. The merciful Lord Shiva lifted his son and embraced him. At that time, the Suras shouted in triumph, Oof, oof. The fruit of the vision of the universe is to truly know that everything that appears inside and outside is the form of the Supreme Being, and to naturally remain. O son, in the world, the yogis will enjoy seeing my form, which is incomprehensible, invisible, and incomparable, in the state of meditation. The yogis who know that I was born at the lotus feet of Parvatipati, appeared, and then disappeared there again, will say, all is Shiva. They will worship me without seeing others, with undivided devotion. O cave, from now on you should see everyone as yourself. The distinction between high and low should disappear. You should know that everything is Shiva. Be with equality. Knowing that Shiva is the truth, that Shiva is everything and is omnipresent, he will attain me with devotion and undivided devotion. This is the truth, there is never any difference between me and the devotees who know me in essence. One should not tell this principle to one who torments one's parents, to a sinner who does not see justice or injustice, to one who shows arrogance and claims that he is better, to one who barks like a dog, and to one who sees the good of others and feels proud in his mind. When Gangadhar taught him this, Shanmukha, with his hands full, with supreme faith, asked Parashiva about the definition of the universe, bowed down to his holy feet, and took the auspicious Shiva in his heart and, in rapture, meditated on Sri Chidanandatma Guruvara. 75.